On a regular basis, I have my clients tell me, or just contractors in general say, I just don't know what content to create. Well, in this video, I'm gonna give you 11 different ideas that you can implement, go do it for your business, and you will see results almost immediately. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting and host of the Big Stud Podcast. Please subscribe to the channel. As always, I'm putting out quality content to help contractors on a weekly basis so that you can win in your market. Look, creating content is the wave of the future. If you don't have a content strategy, if you're not using social media consistently, stop overthinking this shit, man. It's pretty simple. So the first thing you can do is, who are you? Who are you as a business? There's a lot of different ways you can go about this, but simply just, hey, here's who we are. I'm Mike Claudio, right? I own WinRate Consulting. I host a podcast. I help people become champions. I help people win fast, win often. That is who I am. It's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different perspectives, but who are you is a great place to start. Number two, what do you do? Not just what do you do, like, hey, we're a roofing company. No, but what do you do? What do you spend your time doing? What do you spend your time? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? What did I do today? Let me talk about it. What am I doing right now? Let me talk about it. I'd get on right now and shoot a quick Instagram video, or Ryan would get really mad at me because I'm using up all of his camera space. Number three, how do you do what you do? This is the more detailed, granular, process-driven side of things. You know, if you're a roofer, a remodeler, a plumber, an HVAC company, whatever it is, this is processes, this is guarantees, this is what makes you different. It's because everybody, like, you have competition does the same thing, but it's how they do it that makes them different. Number four is, why do you do it that way, right? You have a specific reason behind the way that you do things, your specific operating procedures, your standards, your requirements, your processes. You learned a lesson at some point that caused you to implement a strategy that your business utilizes now. So if it's a, let's say, day of project checklist, hey, we have a checklist that we use all the time so that this doesn't happen, or this doesn't happen, or why this happens, or why that doesn't happen, to protect us from this, or to protect the client from that. Right? It's simple. That one little thing is 5 or 6 different pieces of content. Why do you have a sales checklist or a production checklist? So number 5 is a simple extension of that, is what makes that process different? What makes you different? What makes your people different? What makes your product different? What makes your client experience different? Because here's the reality of it. You know the reason you do things, you know how you do things and why you do them that way, but your client maybe has never done business with you, or your prospect has never done business with you. They don't understand what makes your process different. So relating it to them, hey, we do it this way because of this, so that the experience has this outcome, which is different than everybody. Number 6 is something I've been talking about for a long time, but what problems do you solve? Every single day you answer questions for your customers. You solve their problems, whether that's a roof leak, a plumbing leak. If you could just answer that, like look at the last 10 or 20 clients you had and say, what problem did they have? Let me create content around those problems so that more people like them will come to us, will relate to us, and understand us better. So once you understand the problems they have, the number 7 would be, what questions do your clients typically have, right? If they have a problem, they typically have questions about that problem. How is it going to be done? Why is it going to be done that way? What risks am I have? What's the pros? What's the cons? Like, just look at your last 10 client sales experiences. What were the questions they asked? Did they ask about timeline? Did they ask about price and budget? Did they ask about selections? Did they ask about process? Did they ask about who's going to be working on the project? Who's going to be managing the project? Put it in video and put it out in the universe, because if your ideal client has that question, it's like your ideal prospect has that question. And the more you can do to proactively answer those questions, the more likely somebody is to trust hiring you for their project. So number 8, and I use this a lot with some clients, is like, highlight your team members, right? If you're only posting pictures of your projects and maybe a little bit of you, but your project managers or your salespeople, your client-facing type employees are not highlighting your social media, your client base is not going to know who's coming to their home, right? Not just like, hey, this is our technician Mike and here's a picture of him. No, it's like, who are they? What are they into? What makes them who they are? What makes them different? What makes them unique? But highlighting your team members and their skill sets helps just expand upon why your marketplace would trust your company. Number 9 is significantly about the consumer, right? This is about products and material selections, right? No matter what you sell, no matter what service you offer, there's typically products involved. But like, help them understand the different options they have, like whether it's the countertop style, the cabinet style, the paint color, the light fixtures, plumbing fixtures, you know, even the drywall that's being used or the insulation that's being used. Creating content around that, again, helps educate and try to do it in some sort of entertaining way, and you will grow that know, like, and trust factor to get more content out there on a more consistent basis, so your clients know to call you when they have a need. Number 10, design ideas and innovative solutions that are going popular right now. On a regular basis, homeowners will ask you, like, hey, well, what are people doing? What's popular right now? What is a really cool, innovative new solution? Well, you can go out and do some research on your own and start to delegate that or put that into content or have someone on your team talk about it, because most consumers want to know what's new, what's innovative, what's popular. You can have a piece of content every week that's just like, hey, here's the most popular pieces of the week. So innovative and new and popular design ideas and finishes that are coming to the marketplace for your company. So number 11 would be a brand video. Brand videos is really a way to bring in a professional video crew, meet my crew, and they can come in and help you tell your story in a more, curated and highly produced fashion. They can have B-roll from projects. They can have you talking as the owner. You have employees involved in there. But I've worked with Ryan, and I've brought Ryan into a lot of my customers over the last couple of years to help tell that story in video content. Because look, if you don't have the equipment and you don't have the skill set, you don't have the editing skills, you're just not going to be able to do it the right way. So hiring a professional team to come in and create a brand video for you, they're very engaging, and ultimately it helps tell the story, not just with words, but with videos and images that help the client understand more about your story and your brand and what makes you different. Ultimately, that's 11 ideas. There's probably hundreds I could come up with, but you can take those 11, probably turn it into 100 different ideas and start creating content now. Stop waiting. If I can help you in any way, if I can connect you with somebody, if I can help you through this process, please, this is my skill set. Like, creating content and creating a message that matters for your audience is something that I absolutely excel at. I'd love to talk to you, love to help you, love to get connected with my team or work with you one-on-one myself to get your brand to the next level by creating content based on these 11. As always, I'm Mike Claudio, owner of WinRate Consulting, and I want to help you win fast and win often.